we were also just discussing now that we are drafting objectives and then we are actually not sure how the people will feel following up on those objectives, how many people will realize those ideas. Every organization has a style. BEST has engineers who might be taking certain parts of this more seriously. Let's say it's a different mindset. AEGEE has its own style, which I like to refer to as taking ourselves seriously with an element of YOLO, kind of. But in the core, in the core of all this, the most important is the shared values of the organization. So when we are talking about identity, when we are talking about vision, mission, what do we stand for as an organization? What is our impact on Europe? But the biggest question is, what is our purpose? And this is also for all identity discussion. What is AEGEE's purpose? Is basically also what defines what kind of values bring us together, the whole network, every single member and every single local. And in all this is the most important, because in order for the whole system to work, you need to have the shared values shared really by all the member organizations of the big AEGEE network. And this is when we get back to the point how the locals are involved and the process is democratic, but we are not really sure who is going to then later on take the ownership of the implementation. And it's important to feel the ownership from the creation process. If we agree with the ideas, not only the top level ideas and the objectives, but we agree that we stand for this and we have to do it because it's coming as an internal need connected to our purpose, then the whole system works perfectly because it's going to happen. So far, clear? Any questions? There is more. Okay. Everything is interconnected, and this wants to symbolize the 3 C's, because we are talking about the 3 important things in order for the system to work. Communication. So all the actors who are being involved in the different phases of implementation need to have clear communication with each other. I think this is an issue, we can admit to that. Our network is big, we have very diverse communication channels, and it's a challenge even on the local level to reach all the members. But so far, over the recent years, we still haven't figured out how we can reach, from AEGEE-Europe, for example, how we can reach every single AEGEE member. This is something where we have multiple ways of trying to tackle it and trying to make it happen, but the communication is extremely important because of the information loss that is happening, and that connected also to transparency. Second one is coordination, because naturally, needless to say, in order for all the elements to work, the bodies need to be aware of each other's purpose and function and how well they're doing. And for the purpose of coordination, it's also important that we talk again about the critical reflection. And this is the tougher part. And in AEGEE, we also have a bit of this style that, of course, we are idealists and we are striving for things and we are giving all our power and all our emotions. But we also need to be more critical when it comes to, okay, how far we really got. And I think this is something that in this morning plenary presentation, the assessment of the strategic plan was trying to be as objective as possible, even if it wasn't nice to see the outcomes. But in order for us to progress, we first need to identify and face the problem, and then we can move on forward. And the third C was cooperation, which is, again, needless to say, why is it important? And yes, I will not talk any longer, I think, about this.
Since I'm lucky.